We want our bodies to be healthy, and when they're not, it oftentimes causes us to worry and be concerned. Flower tells us to not become obsessed about health in the body, and brings that point of not creating that as being a religion, so not bringing our physical body as our religion, because health is only part of wholeness. An important part, but only part. Ideally, we want to be able to forget ourselves while wearing these physical robes, to find no friction or opposition to the work that needs to be done. We want to be able to have our thoughts and to be able to work our thoughts through, and to have the envisionment and the intention for our lives, and to be able to bring those into being. And to remember that even if our body does have disease, we can still live out our purpose. And an incredible example of this is Stephen Hawking, the beautiful theoretical physicist who was literally, his body was deformed from the ALS that just took over his whole form, and yet he had such a brilliant mind, and he was blessed with a wife who just did everything possible so that he could live out his life. And he lived 60, at least decades longer than was intended. And Dan tells me this story that he saw, I think it was on TV, but one of the universities where Stephen was teaching was going into a cafeteria, and a student opened the door and looked at Stephen and said, "How do you do this?" Because really his body was so contorted, and he could just push a button, in order to communicate. And yet brilliance was coming from him, books and lectures and awards. And Stephen's response to this student was, "I couldn't have asked for anything more." So we're here to do what we can with what we have been given.